The 2023 hit rom-com Anyone But You is now streaming on Netflix, allowing viewers to watch and rewatch the film, which includes a great 20-song soundtrack. Anyone But You is an adaptation of Much Ado About Nothing, the famous Shakespeare comedy that helped create the enemies to lovers trope. With a worldwide box office gross of over $220 million, via Box Office Mojo, Anyone But You became the highest-grossing Shakespeare film adaptation of all time. Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell lead the Anyone But You cast as Bea and Ben, respectively. After a great date ends in a big misunderstanding, Bea and Ben are forced to remain in each other's lives when Bea's sister, Hallie, Hadley Robinson, and Ben's best friend, Claudia, Alexandra Shipp, start dating. When Ben and Hallie become part of Hallie and Claudia's wedding party, they decide to fake date to make sure they don't ruin the trip. The Anyone But You soundtrack features a variety of songs that help keep the entertaining story moving. When every song on the Anyone But You soundtrack plays in the movie. The Anyone But You soundtrack features 20 songs. Didn't I, by Durando, the 2005 R&B track, Didn't I, by Durando plays in Anyone But You's opening scene, which introduces the main love interests to each other at a coffee shop. Bea ran inside to find a bathroom before her job interview but was denied service because she wasn't a paying customer. Fortunately, Ben, who was at the front of the long line, pretended to be her husband, forcing the barista to allow Bea to use the restroom and starting their love story in Anyone But You. The Spins, by Mac Miller and Empire of the Sun. After a series of misunderstandings following a night together, Bea and Ben's chances for getting together seem ruined. When Bea leaves Ben's apartment only to return and overhear him disparaging her to his friend Pete Gatta, she leaves again, hurt and confused. The upbeat The Spins, by Mac Miller and Empire of the Sun transitions Anyone But You from this scene to a time jump in which they meet again through Claudia and Hallie. Photo ID, with Dominic Fike, by Remy Wolf and Dominic Fike. Photo ID is the first of 2 Dominic Fike songs on the Anyone But You soundtrack. The song plays as Ben and Bea incidentally board the same flight to Australia for Claudia and Hallie's wedding. Unwritten, by Natasha Bedingfield. Unwritten plays an important role in Anyone But You. The Natasha Bedingfield hit is first heard in the film when Bea goes to steal Ben's cookie on the flight and overhears the song playing from his headphones, eventually learning that it's his Serenity song. Later in the movie, when they are rescued from Sydney Harbor by a helicopter, she sings it to him to calm him down. Unwritten also plays in Anyone But You's end credits, which features the cast singing and dancing along to it at various points of filming. Sick, by Dominic Fike. When they arrive in Australia, another Dominic Fike song plays. Sick is a song about 2 people making each other sick while also being in love. It's the perfect track for Bea and Ben's enemies to lovers story in Anyone But You. Right Direction, by Margot and Mac. To celebrate Hallie and Claudia's upcoming nuptials in Anyone But You and the first night of the wedding party being all together in Australia, Pete sets off fireworks as Right Direction, by Margot and Mac plays in the background. A series of party games goes wrong in Anyone But You when Bea and Ben are put on the same team and can't stop arguing. The Vacationer, by Hungry Kids of Hungary. After a shot of another Shakespeare reference in Anyone But You written in the sand, The Vacationer, by Hungry Kids of Hungary plays over a montage of everyone taking advantage of the beautiful Australian setting. Bang Bang, by Hippocampus. In an attempt to make Bea and Ben get along and possibly fall in love, Claudia and Pete's mother, Carol, Michelle Hurd, has them swim to her husband's sailboat to get a pair of forgotten sunglasses. Unfortunately, the task reveals that Ben isn't a great swimmer. As Bang Bang, by Hippocampus plays, Bea carries him through the water to help them reach the boat. Steppin' on Me, by Fitz and the Tantrums. The indie pop song, Steppin' on Me, plays just after Bea proposes she and Ben fake date to get everyone off their back and make Ben's ex, Margaret, Charlie Fraser, jealous. Initially, their overacting doesn't fool the other characters in Anyone But You, but as they grow to like each other, their feelings become obvious to everyone around them. Sympathy, by Declan McKenna. Ben and Bea's first outing as a couple in Anyone But You is set to Sympathy, by Declan McKenna. A hiking trip with Pete, Claudia, and Hallie goes horribly wrong when a giant spider crawls into Ben's shorts. Unfortunately, the making of the scene went wrong as well, with Sweeney being bitten by the spider during Anyone But You's filming. Changing, by Bay Ledges. While most of the Anyone But You characters are trying to get Bea and Ben together, her parents want her to get back with her ex-fiancé, Jonathan, Darren Barnett. To do this, they invite him to Australia without telling her. As Changing, by Bay Ledges plays in the background, Bea and Jonathan play a giant chess match.